don't want to. We're still kidnapping her.
I just don't see how I'm gonna benefit from this, Doc.
Elijah, we've been through this before. The only way you and Kevin don't go to jail for kidnapping Casey is if you go through virtual sessions with me. As you know, I practice client-centered therapy and use insight therapies to help my clients leave therapy more understanding of themselves and have them be able to function as active members of today's society.
How do I even know you're a real therapist, huh? How can I be so sure that you're not just here to collect my secrets and then, when I least expect it, you and your evil sidekicks will come and murder me in my sleep? Well, joke's on you, lady. I'll kill you before you can think about killing me. And then I'll come to kill your sidekicks, too.
Are you done now? I would like to get back to our meeting. Are you always this paranoid?
How did you know that?
Just a theory. Have you been feeling unreasonably angry lately? Lashing out at friends or strangers?
I don't get unreasonably angry. I have every right to be angry. Everyone out there could be trying to kill me. And you want me to do what? Be nice to them? Let me get comfortable enough for them to reach out and slice my jugular wide open? So I can bleed out on the floor in some dang supermarket? Does that sound like a fun death to you, woman?
No, of course not. I just think I may be framing the question incorrectly. I was just wondering if you've been acting on impulse as of late.
I guess maybe you could say that. But I've always acted on my own urges and desires. I do what's best for my own well-being. If you don't got your back, then who the hell will?
Well, we have quite a few sessions to go, but off the bat, I do believe you're acting on your ID more than the average person. That is the part of your brain that wants you to act like this. It may be unconscious, but really, it really is controlling your life and your judgment.
Well, Doc, on that note, looks like our session is over.
Talk about a raging type A personality. That man could be more aggressive if he tried. He is definitely in denial if he thinks he doesn't need some serious help. And maybe a slap in the face. Hi, could you please tell me who I'm speaking with?
Hedwig, miss. You're real pretty.
Oh, thank you, Hedwig. Do you think that maybe we could talk about why you took Casey that night?
No, miss, you got it all wrong. I didn't want to do it, but Dennis said we gotta do it, so we did it, but I didn't want to do it, okay?
Hedwig, honey, do you think maybe I could speak with Dennis? He seems to be regressing when forced with the topic of kidnapping, and it's interesting that he needed no incentive to go and get me Dennis.
Hello. This feels almost like deja vu. I could have sworn I had already discussed the girl with the therapist. Luckily, I'm feeling charitable and I'm willing to answer any questions for you.
Thank you, Dennis. Now, can you tell me when you decided to take Casey that night?
Well, you see, I saw her a few days ago in the same spot and, well, you know me. Can't control my urges. I just wanted to touch her. I had to have her in my possession. She was so cute and small. I knew I needed her. So, I did what I had to do to get her. And it was so darn cathartic to watch her in the trunk of my car and pass out.
So, you're telling me that you get a rush of endorphins from stealing young girls?
I suppose you could say that. Well, gotta go, Doc. I'll catch you later.
You have the overseer.
The overseer? I'm looking for David Dunn.
This is he.
Great. My name is Dr. Staple. I was hoping I could talk to you about Mr. Crumb and Mr. Price and their kidnapping of Miss Casey Cook.
Oh yeah, that was really something. Fighting them was one of the hardest things I had to do. Getting stabbed by Mr. Glass and been punched so many times by the Horde.
What? Stabbed? And being beaten? That must have caused you great physical pain.
No, it was nothing. Don't you know who I am? I'm indestructible, Dr. Staple. I feel absolutely no pain. But honestly, Doc, I'm not sure how indestructible I am anymore.
How do you mean?
Well, recently, I've been getting these random jolts of pain on different parts of my body. But the most painful is in my stomach, Doc. It really feels like I am getting stabbed.
Would you say you feel dizziness at times as well? Stress, maybe?
Yes, both. Do you know what's wrong with me, Doc? Did something happen to me? Am I going to die? I can't die. I have to keep fighting crime.
No. David, calm down. You aren't going to die. Don't worry about that. However, I do think I know what might be happening to you. Let me do some more research and I'll get back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Doc.
Hi, Dr. Staple. Thanks for picking up. I know we don't have a session right now, and it's late. Honestly, maybe I shouldn't have called and bothered you. But I just woke up from this really horrible nightmare. It was so vivid. It was like I was back there, locked in that room, not knowing where I was, not sure if I would live or die, never knowing what that was going to do to me next. I don't know if I can live like this.
That must have been so hard for you to relive that in your dream. You keep seeming to have these dreams during your REM sleep stage. Probably because the memory is stored in your long-term memory.
It was just so awful. And I can't help but think about how you said I experienced changed blindness. I just hate how I can't remember how I got there. And I hate that my reflexes never kicked in. I just laid there, useless, never really fighting back. I let myself get taken, and I let myself become a victim. This is all my fault.
This happens a lot with near-death experiences, Casey. You can't blame yourself. A lot of you not fighting back was learned helplessness, knowing you wouldn't be able to escape. As for not remembering how you got there, I think that could be chalked up to you repressing the memory due to how much stress you were experiencing at that time. Have you been experiencing any more hallucinations?
Sometimes, ma'am. But not as often. I think that psychoactive drug you put me on is really starting to help. I'm just so scared all the time. All I can think about is what would have happened to me if Mr. Dunn hadn't come to my rescue just in time. He really is my hero. He saved my life.
Well, Casey, it's quite late. How about you get some rest and we talk again sometime this week?
Okay, Dr. Staple. Thanks for the help. Good night.
Good night. Part 353 of my video vlog notes. I have such an eclectic group of patients right now. I would have to say that Mr. Glass shows signs of paranoid schizophrenia, and after having received his MRI back, it seems he has irregularities in the frontal lobe of his brain, which could explain his obsession with people wanting to kill him. Kevin, as I already know, has a dissociative identity disorder, which we are working on dealing with. David seems to be showing signs of somatoform pain disorder, and Casey unfortunately has catonic schizophrenia, which is why she continued to freeze up during her time being captured. Hopefully, with a bit more work and through more sessions, I will be able to help all of them become active members of today's society.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
Boom, do, 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 do. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da.
Do 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 do. Boop, boop, boop.
Boo doo 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 doo.
Do 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 do.
Bum bum bum.
And at the end of this, the moral of the story is, good luck, Charlie.